what you can expect over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Well, I'm here to help you with that. Good one, everyone. I'm Aurea Eden, and this is Daily Energy, your news before news. Good one means good, blessed, and wonderful. It is my way to greet. Today's energy is centered around activity. Okay, it is a day to take action. It is also a day to travel and explore. Now, when traveling and exploring, there are certain things that you encounter around those times, right? And that's potential for traffic and potential for road rage. And this is what the energy will introduce us with today is rage, okay? For some, not just road rage, but also rage in general. Now, there is a potential for car accidents, more so today than any other day that we have encountered throughout the cycle. That's because things are more fast paced. People are impatient. People are more inconsiderate today. People are more selfish today. And so that's the energy that combines to give us basically this manic type of energy, okay? So there's likely to be a lot of car chasing today, car racing, that type of thing, a lot of competitive energy, okay, coming in. And so that is what the day brings in. And we probably already had much of this already happen earlier on in the AM, as I'm seeing the energy real strong at that time. But later on tonight, this is also a problem. Okay, so as far as the type of car accidents that I'm seeing, I'm actually seeing in the energy that it's going to be turnovers, okay? You remember before we were talking about turnovers. This is cars and this is also boats, okay? Car turnovers, cars capsizing. It seems like a deja vu in a sense, okay? Ships capsizing, things being turned over. So we see spillages on the roads and such, okay? So, this could be some kind of like I don't necessarily get semi, but I mean semis could turn over, but nonetheless the key is capsize and turn over. Okay, even energetically on a government level and a personal level, you'll see things being turned over. People will be turning over belongings. Government will be turning over whatever case, even in when it comes down to sports will be turning over because energetically that's what is here. Okay, with this turning over, some people might have to turn over some keys or so, right? And so because they didn't take advantage of the energy when the energy was working in their favor and doing what they needed to do when they needed to do it, now repossessions are possible. Okay, now they have to turn over those keys, and now they're fearful. They might be regretful, and they might be negative. Okay, so the reason being is because of the uncertainty of the unknown. Okay, and so people who tend to get like this, sometimes they're like, well, what does it even matter? Like, what's the point? Why do I have to keep trying to do this and try to be try to be a good citizen when all this stuff just keeps happening to me? And so they go out and they do hellish acts and hellish things. You see, I don't know the name of it, but Tyler Perry has a new movie coming up. And I thought it was very interesting that for TPH, Taraji P. Henson, to be playing in that role, considering the dream that I dreamed about her not knowing that she has a history, and so of dealing with, that incident, something similar to that incident. And so I commend her for stepping into that role, knowing that this hits close to home for her. You see, so I feel like that's going to be a good movie to go watch, because I feel like TPH, which is Taraji P. Henson, is going to act her behind off, okay? All right, but anywho, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So people are going to be out here doing those types of things, though. Like really like thieving and like just going and being ruthless and petty for no reason. Some of them think they have reason, but in my opinion, it's going to be for no reason, because if you just stand fast, right? If you just hold fast, then you will know that it's going to circle back to you. It's going to come back again. Sometimes the best thing to do is to do nothing at all. Because in doing something, when you try to put your hands on something that God already has his hands on, you end up trying to manipulate a situation that's already supposed to work out the way that it should. So take your hands off of the situation, let God put his hands on it. Okay. And so that's what we're seeing. Okay. Use up as much energy as possible. This is a good day to go work out. It is a good day to spend time with family, specifically family. It's not a good day to go up on a Wednesday. It's not a good day to go out drinking and partying and stuff like that, because, things happen when people, get into this energy, this rageful energy. And I always say, be at home at a decent hour at this time. You can work out to use up some energy. You can clean up to use up some energy, specifically outdoors. But I don't know quite yet about being outdoors, because I'm seeing high tides. The tides at its highest level here is what I'm getting. We're still in the tsunami threat, but I'm also getting, what is it? I'm getting tornado energy. I'm getting, what's that clouds? The nimbus clouds. I don't know if the tornadoes come from this, but I'm getting like clouds. Okay, it is going to be cloudy in some areas, but I am picking up on, like I said, more high winds, more potential for tornadoes, okay? More thunderstorms, because we're in that energy here. Also, something coming up about some kind of balloon, like a blimp, okay? It could be like, back in the day, they said the blimp, they thought it was, is it what is it? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's an extraterrestrial. So, people are going to be making up sightings, right? They're going to be making up stories today as well. Over the next 1 to 3 days, you're going to hear stuff about made up stories. More specifically, you know how they had that fake news when it comes down to Trump, President Trump. They had the fake news, right? And so I see that type of energy coming in over the next 1 to 3 days. Somebody just gonna flat out tell a lie, baby. It's gonna be a lie. And so I feel like this lie is going to be addressed. I've been feeling like that, like some of the stuff that's being said, that he said and she said, they really didn't say. That a lot of people are like using AI to manipulate stuff so that they can get a buck. Like, and really, when it's all said and done, they don't know what they're doing when they do this. They don't know that they're causing this party to go against that party. And that's the whole thing. When people get into it, oftentimes it's because of he said, she said, but they didn't say to each other. You see? And so next thing you know, you got these two people fighting, and it's like, what? I was watching, what is it? The Real Housewives of Potomac. Here's a prime example. And so Ashley went and told, oh shoot, what's her name? Ashley went and told Wendy that Nneka said that her mother was Osu, or a witch in a sense. To make a long story, Nneka never did say that. And if you know anything about Ashley from Real Housewives of Potomac, you know she can be a little bit messy. You know she basically throw it and she hide her hands in a sense. You know, and so that's what I feel like she did. So you have Nneka and Wendy not liking each other based on Ashley's manipulations. You see what I'm saying? That's a prime example. And you yourself, you know what I'm talking about. You have not liked somebody based on what somebody has told you, somebody has said to you, but that somebody never said it to you. And I'm like this, if you're not brave enough to say it to me, I'm going to love you regardless of, I'm going to be like, hey girl, I'm like, how you doing? You know, because you never said it to me. Now I'm going to watch to see for myself. But I'm not going to treat you no differently because that's he said, she said. And obviously, if you talking behind my back, you ain't got the galls to say it in my face. That part, you know? So it's kind of like it ain't going to stop nothing. So it's like, hey, girl. Hey, boy, how y'all doing? You doing all right? God bless you. And keep it pushing. Because a lot of people got to say a lot to say these days. A lot to say, but what I tell you that in the end, when it's all said and done, it's going to be the bridge standing, remaining when it's all said and done. Okay? It's not going to be the people fighting on the bridge, going back and forth. It's going to be that bridge that got them over to the other side. You see what I'm saying? Okay, because as long as they're not coming together and standing on that bridge and using that as a moment to find peace and unite, then they're just going to cancel themselves out. They're going to cancel themselves out. And I tell you, you know, I like the gray. It's my favorite color. I'm comfortable in the gray. I know what they say, that you shouldn't be lukewarm, that you should either be hot or cold. But I'm not hot or cold. I'm lukewarm. I'm in the center. I'm a bridge. The reason why, because I can see both sides. And being able to see both sides, I know both sides. I know the light. I know the dark. I know where the light is wrong. I know where the dark is wrong. And that's what you need to do within yourself. It is not about he said and she said. It is about who you are and what you are doing. It is about your journey and your relationship with the divine when it's all said and done. Now notice, those who crucified Jesus, they did the he said and she said, and they ended up crucifying our love. Do not be like those who crucified our love. Go and take a moment and study the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Go and take a moment and study their behavior and what they did. And then ask yourself, am I doing that? Because if you are a follower of Christ, which is a family, then you are considerate. Then you are wise. Then you are loving. Then you are accepting. But what are you accepting of? You accept the person as the person. Because that person is still a God creation. You don't gotta like what they do, but you love them through it. One of the greatest things that Father has taught me on this journey of awakening and on this journey to enlightenment. He has always told me since I started listening to him, he's always said this to me: give them what they need and let them decide what to do with it. Give them what they need and let them decide what to do with it. A lot of you are trying to manipulate people into believing. But see, what you can do is you can manipulate them into believing, but you will hinder them from getting to know. Because it's one thing to believe in God, but it's another thing to know God. You cannot force them to know God. It is a relationship that they have to experience on their own. If you try to force them to know God, you will push them away from God. And that is where you are getting it wrong. Your judgment, your bias is getting it wrong. Your racism is getting it wrong. Your ability to look on somebody less fortunate than you as if they were made lower than you. They are not made lower than you. They are made with a different purpose, but their difference is going to be that thing that makes a difference. Without them, there would be no need for your purpose. So I digress, and I'm gonna get back to this energy, but I just want you to know, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And except you do it for the least of them, you are biting the hand that feeds you. Every time you put your mouth on them, you are biting the hand that feeds you. I digress. Okay. So anywho, I'm picking up on something coming in about conservatives. We're going to hear something more about the conservatives. We're going to hear more about the liberals and the conservatives, more so about the Australian liberals. I'm picking up on stuff about India and Pakistan, as well as I'm picking up on a movie, like the film industry is highlighted in the energy here. Specifically, I feel like there's something coming up about Die Hard, or I wonder if there's going to be a new Die Hard movie or something coming out, because that energy is here. Okay. I specifically got Die Hard, and unfortunately, Die Hard equals and shooting lets us know that today is one of those violent days. But nonetheless, I am getting the film industry stuff coming up about motion pictures here as well. And also something coming up about, we're going to hear something coming up about new cameras coming in, something about cameras, stuff being caught on camera. We're going to see a lot of caught on camera in the news over the next 1 to 3 days or so here. So film industry is going to take precedence, and so is the fashion industry. Okay, it's what I'm picking up on over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I'm also I told you it was going to be cloudy, but I also see a fog and a mist. Okay, so cloud with we might hear something about a fog coming in. Okay, I told you about things being turned over, things being flipped over, things being tipped over. You know how that song says, "Don't push me, 'cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head." So that's the energy today. People are going to be like, "Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head." But the thing is, they end up losing their head, some of them. You see what I mean? And violent activities late at night, okay? So I would say it picks up to where a lot of shootings start happening around, I want to say around 6 o'clock. A lot of shootings start happening around 6 o'clock tonight. Okay, so I would be in the house at a decent area at a decent time. But here's the thing, because it's a family event and you're around family, sometimes, this is a day some of you would be having family cookouts, family barbecues, that type of thing, movie night. It's actually Wednesday, so a family Bible study. And so the energy here could indicate family getting into it. I would hope not. I would hope that, y'all just come together and get along. Okay? But that is likely, okay? Family arguments, family disputes. But I would say focus on family. The elderly, this is a good day to take care of the people, places, and things that cannot take care of themselves. Babies, pets, the elders, the homeless, people who are less fortunate. This is a good day to do that, especially the disabled as well, because I'm picking up on a lot of accidents with like trees. This could be trees falling down on people. I'm picking up tree limbs. I'm seeing like accidents like on a manufacturing level, to where I see people's legs being cut off, people's arms being cut off, that type of thing that ends up paralyzing people. This is what I'm picking up. And I told you yesterday I was picking up on some of that energy as well. The energy of the quadriplegics and stuff like that. But I'm definitely picking up on things falling, okay? So trees falling and stuff like that. I'm also picking up on BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts, I guess that's called. I don't know, because I ain't never needed one, because I really do get it from my mama, okay? And she got it from her mama. And they say milk and cornbread, but I don't know. But yeah. But anyways, so something coming up in the news about that, about things being inflated and plumped. And so this could have some more to do, with incidents with people doing it, and they're doing it outside of a medical doctor. And mind you, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a medical doctor, a lawyer, nor am I a financial advisor. But if you know like I know, do you know, okay? All right, so I told you about somebody telling lies. I'm also seeing, and I feel like this is going to be something, Trump is going to have something to do with this. I feel like somebody lied on Trump, okay? I feel like somebody lied on Trump, and I'm just going to say it, okay? I'm just going to say it. And typically I try to stay out of that, but I see a trumped up story, okay? And I feel like somebody did a trumped up story and lied on Trump, and that's not gonna work in their favor, okay? I'm also seeing a lot of like MIB, extraterrestrial stuff, but I'm also seeing like federal investigations, detectives on the ground, type of thing going on as well. I'm seeing something coming in about people pretending, okay? So that could be what the federal investigation is coming up. Keep a close eye out on your bank accounts, because I am coming up, getting something going on with the banks right now. Something coming up with, like, it could be fraud, but definitely something going on with banks, so you want to keep an eye out on that. Something about something propelling. I don't feel like it's an aircraft accident, but I feel like we're going to hear more about the aircraft accident. Maybe it's something about, the propeller just stopped working or something like that. Something coming in about social welfare. We're going to hear more about social welfare. It's going to be a day to clean your external environments. Military energy is coming in. So I'm getting a lot of military energy. So we'll hear more about the military over the next 1 to 3 days or so. I didn't say it yesterday, but hearts go out to all of those who served and all of those who lost their lives serving. Okay. Also, tip is in the energy. So this could have something to do with you, like financial earnings. Here, watch out for theft. Something about coffee and cocoa beans. This could be Starbucks. I'm getting the end, so things coming to an end, and I'm seeing shooting incidents. Okay. All right, shooting incidents. Okay. I'm also seeing something coming in about Skittles and bowling. Something coming in about bowling. Brad is significant. Anna is significant. Ben is significant. So we might hear something over the next 1 to 3 days about that. Something coming in about a nail spa or something along this line. So I feel like this is beautification energy here as well that I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody being held down to the ground, not being able to move. And that's why I feel like it's going to be a police raid or some sort. Okay, coming in. I'm also seeing something being dissolved to the point to where it don't exist. And I also see we're going to see more about the flight. What is it? The space exploration that they're doing. I feel like we're going to hear more about the test that's coming in there. I see a polite request going bad. Somebody, ask for something politely and somebody gets a straight up attitude with them. I'm seeing surprise after that happens and regret. A lot of people are going to be expressing their opinions. Know that they're entitled to them. Okay. Indiana is coming in. Long Island is coming in. Okay. India and Pakistan and Michigan. Military intelligence is what I'm seeing. Okay, and something being surrounded by something. That's why I said I feel like it's going to be a police raid over the next 1 to 3 days or so. Tennis, golf, and baseball. Okay, news coming in about that. Something coming in, more news about China we're going to hear over the next 1 to 3 days as well. Okay. High-rise buildings, high-rise office buildings are in the energy. So we're going to hear something coming in about like this could be the real estate industry, but something coming in about high-rise buildings. Okay. I'm not seeing much in the energy about bombs and blasts. I'm not seeing much in the energy about that today. So I think we might get a days of rest with that, but I'm not sure because I'm seeing circuits, okay? But that's what I'm getting here. Well, I love you. Don't take everybody's word for it today. All right? Crooks out here in the energy. So lock it down, lock it up. I love you, Gubalawan. Hearts go out. You get a heart, you get a heart, you get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.